Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live and work in Scotland. Today is the 1st of March. Isn't really that I'm recording this, but you're going to be seeing it on the 1st of March. And that's the time for the Stamparound UK video hop. So if you go into, push the show more button below or and go into the description box, you'll get the list of all the other people taking part in this lovely video hop. We're all UK Stampin' Up! Demonstrators and we collaborate to bring this to you. So it's the 1st of every month at 6 PM UK time, and this month's theme is my favourite current designer series paper. Now that's just too hard for me because my favourite designer series paper is usually whichever one I've got in my hand at whatever given time. But I've chosen to show you this. I think this must be one of my favourites because there's not an awful lot left of it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to be using this particular double-sided sheet, and that is one of the fantastic things about our designer series paper. It's always got two sides. Tend to call it the A side and the B side because I'm that age where that's how our music was delivered to us on vinyl years ago. It had an A side and a B side. So hey, yeah, stop rambling, Janice, because you've got to do this in less than 20 minutes. I'm going to try this time. So I have prepped a card. I'm using this. Yeah, I'll just get you a quick look at the papers. Beautiful patterns on the other side. Oh, look at this. I think the reason I like this is because it's painterly. It does look like it, you know, it's been painted. And I used to do oil painting, which I think this is. There's beautiful texture in it. But I live in a house that is too small to oil paint now. So yeah, so stamp instead. So let's just go for it. So as I say, I had a piece of this paper left, so I decided to use it. I haven't actually I've got an idea for the card. I've kind of cut some layers. So this is an easy way that I learned a long time ago when I first started with Stampin' Up. Went to a larger team get-together with Sam of Poodles, and she showed us some nice easy ways to use up our designer series paper by just offering layers of it. So let's just see. I've got bits and pieces. I did know what they were for at first, and now I don't know. So yeah, so I'm going to just make this up because otherwise I'll forget what I'm doing. So I'm sure this card will be showing both sides of this paper. So let's just see how we go. So got some glue and I'm going to just make it up so you can watch as we go. So again, there will be a blog to go with this on JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk, so you can pop on over there if you want to know all my measurements. This is a card recipe that you can use with any of our designer series papers or stamp sets. So yep, and then so everything is just going to be glued together and built up. Probably not going to use much dimension on it, so I'm backing it onto a mat of a colour that is in the paper, so I'm using Smoky Slate Card Base and Pool Party mats. Alright, and then I've got, I think this is 7 by 11 centimetres, and then the mat is 4 millimetres larger all round. So just again, oh Janice, that's not the way it's to go. I'm going to have to cut myself another bit. I want this bit to show, not that bit. I'll pop that aside and we'll use that for something else. Oh, trust me, always going to happen, isn't it? Alrighty, so let's just check that I got the measurement right on this. So that's 6, it's 6. 6 by 11 I need. Oh, dear me. Oh well, that's the way it goes. So 6. By 11. All these bits, by the way, that I've left over will be used up on another card. Alright. This time, Janice, you want this lovely painterly background to show. And mat it onto there. Isn't that amazing? The texture, the brush strokes. I hope you're as wowed by it as I am. I just love it, adore it. So I'm thinking that that will go there because I have a bit to stamp on. And I did have a layer for this as well. And it's disappeared. How can that happen? Just in a second. Where's that? It was there. Dearie me. Is this it? I put it to the side. Right, yeah, so this layer I'm going to stamp on, and it's the one that's 9 centimetres by 7 centimetres. And again, I just add 4 millimetres for the mat. So I'm going to stamp on that. So I'm thinking that will, you know, it can go like, you can sort of centre that. You could centre that, put it on there. But I want you to see some of the paper. So I'm going to do that. Probably. We'll not stick that down till I've stamped. And this is for the inside. I've got a wee strip to decorate the inside of the card. Again, don't waste your bits. So all your little bits, use them. And I'm just bringing that up from the bottom. This is the layer for inside that you can write on. Whoops. Bit too much glue on there. Hey, we've got a wee microfiber soft cloth here just to tweak that off. And let's just stick that inside, or shall we stamp on the card? I'm just going to leave that because I will just write a personal note in there. I'm making this into a birthday card, I think, for a friend who is a bit arty, so I think she will appreciate this. I actually like that just as it is, but let's show off this beautiful paper. Seems a shame sometimes to hide that lot, but hey, that's what we're doing. So it's just layering up and letting you see. So I'm going to stamp on this little bit and on this bit for a sentiment. So this stamp set is a fabulous stamp set that goes with the paper, so that's why I thought we would choose it. So I have got my stamps on blocks, so that's like 2 or even 3 layer stamping for this. So let's just get on with it. So I've chosen colours that are in the paper, which is always good, and that's the best thing about Stampin' Up, is it all coordinates. Now everything that you see me using today you can buy on my online shop, which is JazzleDazzle.stampinup.net, and the details are in the description box below as well. So let's just pop a wee flower on our piece of designer series paper that we have cut ready. Absolutely love the whole suite. The art gallery suite, really, you should have a look at it. It's fabulous. So I'm just going to pop this on. Bottom layer there, and then the second layer I'm going to do with the smoky slate. I don't know how straight I'll get this because, oh, that's on the wrong block. I wonder why I did that. It's because I took, right, okay, I had put the leaf on this block, but let's just, so this is block D. It's a real handy one. Let's get some smoky slate on here and just line this up. So we really are going for a very simple card today. Quick and simple, that's what I like, and showing off what we have. So smoky slate on top of Pool Party, and then I'm just going to do the centre bit, the bit that's like, kind of looks like stamens or whatever, is going to be in Pretty Peacock. Now, it didn't say on the pack of paper that Pretty Peacock, but I reckon that's Pretty Peacock. So the good thing with Stampin' Up colours, they all really blend well together. They work, even if you get it the wrong colour, because there isn't a wrong colour, is there? And then we've got some leaves here. So let's give our bloom a stalk and some leaves. What do you think? Just make sure I've inked that up. There are dies, you could cut this out. But for this card, I'm just, as I say, keeping it simple. While I've got this out, let's stamp Happy Birthday. I've got a little strip of Pool Party here, which I think will work. Oh, I've not put power in my phone. I better watch that we don't run out of power. I don't want to find that I've got to film this all over again. Okay. So that's really pretty in the blues, isn't it? I don't know if I've seen anyone do it in that colourway. But, and then I'm just, this is 1 centimetre by, I think it's 5.5, and I'll probably get it squint, but I don't, well, it's not bad, that's okay. Just using, it was just a scrap that was lying, so I thought that would be about right. Just close my ink now, otherwise you know what will happen. So we can mat this now onto, if I remember where I put my glue. Pop this onto the Pool Party mat. You could mat onto a darker colour, which would make it all pop. I just kind of thought this it just works well and blends well together, these colours. So I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to do that. I actually think I'm going to do it that way. But you've got so many choices here. You know, you could have it up there and this one down here. You could even cut a layer that could go that way, and then this could come. Do you know what I mean? You can just use your scraps, mat them up, and then just, you know, decide what you're doing. So I'm just going to put this to the side and almost the middle. Just eyeball it though. And then I've got my little sentiment, and again I'm just going to glue it on, because this card, you know, it's because it's so many layers, it is going to be a wee bit heavier, so let's not add too much dimension as well. It's got a fair bit with the layers. So there, we just pop the Happy Birthday there, have it come off a wee bit. There you go, showing off my favourite designer series paper. As I say, I love them, all the designer series papers that Stampin' Up bring out. I don't think they've brought one out that I don't like. So, and as I say, my favourite one is usually the one that's in my hand at the time. Use up your scraps, enjoy. So I hope you like my project. Please go into the description box below and push the show more button and go and have a look at all the other projects using all my friends. They're all going to be using their favourite designer series papers, so there'll be lots of really good ideas to use up your paper. Anyway, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with anyone who might be interested. And I've done it under 20 minutes. It's just over about 16 minutes. Ha! See you later.